How's it going, guys? Gabe here from RC Cincy, and I just got done doing the unboxing and first impressions on this. I'm trying to upload it now. I had an error. Hopefully this gets uploaded in time for you guys. If not, it is just an unboxing. I'm sure there's lots of them out there. But this is pretty cool. Aluminum anodized frame, 2-cell batteries, 7.4 volts, a nice little transmitter, not bad. And these are supposed to be fun little zippy little racers. It's a little rally car. You do have it in a drift. They have a truck version, a couple of different versions, which were on the box. Hopefully that video gets to upload. So what I'm gonna do is turn the transmitter on with this button right here. It takes 4 AA batteries, and then flick the on switch right here. Wait a minute. It does not clip, so don't panic. Just make sure you slide it all the way over. It flashes until you just give it a little throttle or some kind of input, and then it just went solid. I think it did. Oh, I may have not have plugged up the actual power source. So make sure, let me go ahead and turn this off. Make sure you actually connect, how you connect this is actually the balancing port. So that, you have to connect that to the side of the receiver. Maybe kind of hard to see, I apologize for you guys. Push that all the way in, and then turn on your transmitter first. Then your vehicle, you heard a little beep noise. Set it down. It flashes until you either touch the trigger or the steering. I can hear the steering. There we go. So we're just gonna run this. This is the first initial run of it. I'm not gonna try to like bash this and ramp it off concrete and just beat on it. I do want this to be a little indoor racer I'm gonna actually race with. Wow, that is so fast. Looks like it needs to be dialed in a little bit, so let's go straight. Let's see. No, it's not. A little bit to the left. So that is the top speed. Oh no, get out of the water. I need to run it just to get all that water off of it. It's pulling to the left real bad now. Let's try again. That's pretty good. Man, that is fast for a little car. If you think about scale wise, it's real, get out of there. It's real zippy, it's nice and fast. You could easily drift with it. Do hook shots and that's just me letting off the throttle. It's got pretty grippy tires. I don't want to wear them out too much on this asphalt. Oh, look how grippy that is. It'll actually roll over from the grip, just grabbing it so hard. It is low to the ground. It does have a little independent 4-wheel drive suspension. It has a few features: 4-wheel drive, a 130 motor, 2-cell battery. Man, it just handles so good. It almost has like a drag brake. It's like you let it go and it stops. I guess it's for racing, which kind of makes sense. The motor has almost like a drag brake. If it ain't getting powered, it's not moving, you know? So you don't really coast, which is good because you can control turns and be real aggressive. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, this would be killer on the course. Make sure I didn't lose any of these tiny clips. No, I did not, because I don't have these small ones, and I don't know how long it'll take to get some more. This is not water resistant or waterproof. I would definitely stay away from water. If you happen to get a little bit like I did, quickly get the water off of it, get the air flowing through it, getting it drying. You may even want to turn it off and wipe it off depending how wet it gets. Let's do a couple quick donuts. It gets so much grip it like bounces because it doesn't want to spin out. Now if I had the other tires, the 969, the little drift with the slick tires, those would spin like crazy, but these actually have grip. You'll see this actually has tread instead of being flat. And the tread's actually gripping the asphalt incredibly tight. I cannot believe You can see it's not really that wet at all. I cannot believe how much grip this gets on asphalt. This would be killer, like on a pipe course. Like say if I had some pipes and it was a parking lot somewhere, like they used to do, shout out to Pit Row. They used to have pipe racing behind the building, and they would build pipes and they'd make a track, and they, you know, raced 110 scale electric, and they did 110 scale nitro on road. So this would be crazy fast, like gripping around a corner. Look at that, right around, boom, boom. It would just kill it. And look at that burst of speed right there. It's not gear real high, it's just that burst, that quick takeoff. See that? This is a really, really nice racer. I think this would easily compete with the Mini Zs. You can probably race in the same category. It is 1/18 scale. There is an all-wheel drive category, and there's a rear-wheel drive category. The Mini Z, they do make an all-wheel drive version, so you guys could easily race together. I don't want to beat on this too hard. I'm just kind of trying to figure it out and trying to get the steering dialed in. That's pretty straight. Yeah. I'm just trying to get it kind of dialed in and see how it runs and like break it in. Plus this will give me an idea how long the battery lasts as well. I don't want to like really beat on this because I do want to race it. Man, this thing is impressive. This almost makes me want to go somewhere, get some either pipe or something, build like a little small track and just run it, see what I can do. I'm sure you get like the 1-inch piping for pretty cheap with the fittings, like T's and elbows and whatever, 90 degree and 45. And you can actually build a track for pretty cheap, I would imagine. You know, it would just be amazing. Look at that. It almost like jumps because the grip is trying to grab. It may need to be dialed in a little bit suspension wise. You know, I've not tuned this or done anything to modify it. It is low to the ground. These tires are okay. Indoors on wood surface, immediately when you get dust on these tires, they lose traction. There's better, you know, better softer materials or better tires. Those are reasonably soft tires. They're not like the cheap hard rubber. It's like really nice soft rubber. Like these get really, really good grip on asphalt and surfaces as such. So let's feel this motor. It did have a warning. Oh yeah, you will, if you run this for a while, you will, and being a little cool outside is helping cool it. This can easily burn your fingers, so be careful when you grab it from underneath. I guess I see why they, it's supposed to have a sticker on it. Mine didn't have the sticker. Mine does have the clear plastic over the body. I'm gonna leave that on while I'm learning to run it. I may even race it with this body. I don't care that it's considered a rally car. It's still technically a race car. Like you could enter this and race it. I'm sure there's stock classes where you could just enter this vehicle itself in, and it's fair. It'd be incredible. I'm gonna try to, you know, I'm sure you get a discount. I think anything over 3 you get a discount. So if you were to buy like 3 or 4 of these and race with your buddies, like 5 or 6 cars, and set up a track, you guys could have an absolute blast. I mean, man, it handles so good. It's just getting so much grip. It's like trying to turn real hard, and I don't know if the tires, it's just craziness. I was not expecting the level of grip performance from this vehicle whatsoever. I'll do another quick speed run down the hill. That's full throttle. That's easily 35 plus, like it says, kilometers plus. I think it says 30 plus on the box. It's probably doing like 34, 35 kilometers. It's fast, especially for a track. Normally tracks are not that big, so you still have that speed in case you wanted to get like in a quick straightaway. Just give it a quick burst of speed and then boom, immediately go back to handling around a track. This would be a really fun class to race in. I've actually seen these Mini Zs. I've actually seen these Mini Zs. Oh, that car is turning this way. I've seen these Mini Zs. The Kyoshi, whatever. I can never say that right. That brand, you know what I'm talking about, the Mini Z. Hopefully you do. If not, look it up, please. I've seen there was a little track by Micro Center in Sharonville, and they had their own little track, and I seen them. I thought they were so cool, and they're also running a little bit bigger scale too. Now that's the alarm letting me know that my camera's getting ready to cut off. It's at 9:46. It cuts off at 10, so I could restart it, continue this video for you guys. Let me turn off this alarm and restart it. Okay, so I'm gonna be restarting the camera as well for you guys. There we go. So started the alarm just in case. I don't want to be talking or doing some footage and then not record properly. I'm gonna try to keep my head down so you guys can see it. Some close-ups of it. It looks really realistic. What I like about the Mini Z bodies, they don't have the body clips and the post sticking out, and the bodies look a lot more realer. You know, they got the bumpers, the grills, the mirrors, the windshield wipers. I mean, they just look phenomenal. This doesn't look bad per se. I do like that feature. For racing, this is set up perfectly. If you think about it, in racing, you don't want to let go and just kind of coast. You want to be real firm, so you slow down kind of on its own. So you can go around and turn, let off the thread, let it back on, give gas, turn, let off a little bit, give it like, but continuous, but gradually. You know, I still got to learn the trigger and, you know, how it feels. See how much? I'm sure you could adjust it a little bit with the throttle trims. I have not messed with that yet because I need to run it and see how it runs. I don't want to mess it up from factory settings just for now. But I seem to have it dialed in pretty well. And it, oh, it's so fast that it, no! Get out of there. There we go. So fast and fun. Let me check out how much water that's a rock. Yeah, I did get a little bit of water on it that time. I gotta be careful. I don't think that's enough to really hurt it. I don't want to make sure, I don't know if these diffs and everything is sealed, the bearings and everything. You don't want to get water in that, especially if you're going to race this indoors. So stay to dry land. Don't bash and hit curbs and start damaging it, messing with the suspension setup and everything. Now it's pulling in the other direction a little bit. I think really it's when you're on throttle, it kind of pulls a little bit. And this is not by far level ground. Let me get kind of straightened out. There we go. Let me. I'm just trying to. That's not bad. See what it is? The power kind of affects it a little bit as well. I'm gonna tune that on a nice flat surface. This road has a big crown in it. It's a really rough road. So it's not the best place to tune it. Maybe like my hardwood floor wouldn't be bad. The tiled bumps could affect it a little bit. So far, I haven't been full throttle the whole time, but I have been gassing it. You could definitely do several laps with this with the battery. It's 400 milliamps, 25 Cs. I don't know if this can handle high voltage or anything crazy like that. I probably wouldn't do it. Probably heat up the motor too much, burn your brushes out faster. Uh-oh. It just like cut out. Maybe that's the battery. I don't want to, or maybe a rock. I think that's the battery, because that I did approach, you know, I was on it hard for a while. Let me turn this off and pop off these battery clips with you guys. This is my vehicle, so I'm not just doing it in any car. Good old trusty Audi. So this motor is extremely hot. Now I do know, like it is very, very hot. No, that's nowhere near enough water to do any damage to anything whatsoever. Honestly, yeah, that's the battery. So, what was that? Let's go backwards a few minutes. Started flying on, it's at 9. So I'd say 9:45 to record a few minutes of talking, stopping. So I'd say about 8 plus, I'd say about a minute ago. So it's, I'd say about 10 minutes would be a fair, between 9 and 12 minutes would be a fair, between 9 to 12, depending on how hard you are on the throttle, I'd say 9 to 12 minutes of run time. I was actually really happy with it. I just want to have this off to kind of look at it a little bit indoors. I'm more than happy with this vehicle. In case that other video does post, I paid with expedited shipping, which was an extra, I don't know, like $4 or $5. Ended up costing me $46. And it came in exactly like 7 or 8 days with DHL to my house. Without the expedited shipping, normal, I think you're looking at around $40. I think it was like $41 or $42. So really, it's worth it. Amazon has it for 53 if you want to do it that way. I think this is worth 50 bucks. I probably wouldn't pay no more than like $55 for it, in my opinion. Maybe worth 60, honestly, but you know, if you get it cheaper and save some money, especially if you get it from Banggood and pay $46 and get it in 8 days, I think that's very fair. I definitely want more than one battery pack because this is a blast. Looking at the wear, trying to get an idea of the wear. These tires really didn't wear a little bit. You can see where they grabbed the asphalt a little bit. It didn't really like wear it enough to make a difference yet, but these tires, especially with the handling and going around a corner and stuff, these tires will wear pretty quickly on asphalt. Maybe not so much on hardwood floor. They'll probably last a really long time, but they just grip so well on asphalt, and it's so soft that they will wear on you. So you have to watch that. Even if these tires will strip these tires off the rims, you can't order just tires. You can kind of see the glue. So these were glued on, which is fine. Some people use double-sided sticky tape that way. They're easier to take off, and once they finally do come off, you can just put a different set of tread on the same rim. These are little nuts. I think they're pretty similar to the Mini Z. I guess this is kind of like a clone of the Mini Z. I guess the four-wheel drive version, but I just like the braces. I just like a lot about this. You know, the cushion right there, the bumper, the quality of it, how good it looks. Independent suspension really works. Like, body is adjustable for different bodies. Like, this is the real deal little Mini Z, man. So far, I'm impressed with its performance, speed, quality. Price, definitely. The transmitter is not bad. I did see a bind button on it right there, so that tells me that you may be able to get some other WLTOYS controller for it. Not sure. It's a little bright right there. Sorry, let me move right here on this little mat. The controller trigger felt pretty good. It was almost, I wouldn't say a drag brake, but you can tell, like, once the motor, you stop giving it power, the motor itself kind of slowed it down. Like, it didn't just continue to coast, which is nice for racing. That's really, actually, in my opinion, I would like that for racing because it kind of gives you more direct, you know, when you left the throttle, it slows down and stops. It doesn't just keep going. So I feel like it may be beneficial racing. It may not, depending on your style of racing and how you like it. I'm sure everything's adjustable in this. I think the throttle trim is for something like that, maybe, or how much trigger or placement or how sensitive it is, maybe. I'm not sure. I haven't messed with the throttle trim. I did do it with the steering trim, and it does work, but I feel like under power, it has so much power, it pulls a little bit. So you just gotta kind of get it dialed in, figure out your own little rig, see what it is, look at it. I don't see any adjustments too much. I guess you could reset the servo if it's like one way or the other too much. I'll turn on a look from above, adjust it that way as well. But all in all, it's just incredible for the price, speed, and how fun. It didn't look like I had a lot of fun, but trust me, I had a blast. Like, I really enjoyed driving. Oh, wait a minute, there's a rock. The battery might be good. Look at that. A rock got wedged in there. The battery's probably good, because I remember them getting quite a few. I feel so silly now. So let's see. Here, I'm going to set the hat cam down. Give it throttle. Oh, plenty of throttle. Wow. Let's pop this on for a minute. Wow. So here's the downside of running it outside. A rock got wedged in there. So the battery, I'm gonna look it up on site. It may be 20 to 30 minutes because it feels like it got so much more power. Let's set it down. Oh yeah. It feels just as fast as the first time I got it out. Let's see the top speed. Oh yeah, just as fast. So I was completely wrong about that. So you have to watch that. It just perfectly got wedged in there. Didn't look like it really damaged the teeth. There was a little bit of marks on the plastic, but the teeth were entire. They just kind of like wedged in there. So that's the other alarm. Let me go ahead and turn it off and restart it. And I'll run around a little bit more. I'll have to do the math on this to figure it out. I'll just probably go off of other videos, honestly, because there were too many interruptions in mine. There we go. I restarted the hat cam. Honestly, that was my bad. I should have checked it a little bit more thoroughly. Man, this thing's fast. And honestly, look at that. Yeah, that's just crazy how the rock wedged in there just made it seem like, I'm glad I didn't gas it too much more. I kind of let off of it. I should have checked a little bit thoroughly. I guess out here, little rocks like these are no bueno, especially if you're kind of newer parking lot. This is kind of coarse, it kind of helps the grip, but asphalt is, you know, it'll still grip well on asphalt. Let's try on this asphalt right here, which is a little bit better condition than the road. Parts of it at least, right here. Oh yeah, it still almost wants to hot because it's just so like, so grippy, yeah. So you get every bit of as much grip. I don't want to beat this up, dragging over it. Like I said, I'm trying to maintain this really good condition and keep it nice for racing. This isn't a basher for me. This is definitely going to be a little racer that I want to race with and kind of have a blast. I want to get my nephew into racing, and this is probably going to be the class I'm going to get him to. It's not as popular, at least that I haven't found around here. I'm sure there's a track you could run this at. I could even go up to the Batavia Speedway when they're doing practice, when it's not busy. I'm sure I go up there and run this, no issue, and have fun with him. I just want to, I think this would be a good class. Get used to it and then get a 1/12 and then 1/10 scale. I'm gonna probably build a race car for those classes. I still want to build drones, but yeah, I'm just so excited and happy with this. See, we did a little trick here. This is a lot of fun, and it's fast and zippy. I mean, think about the scale, how much ground it has to cover to go that fast to look. I mean, look at that. That's every bit of 30 kilometers plus. Definitely, when it says 30 plus kilometers, they're not lying about this one at all. The battery seems to 400 milliamps on that size motor, 130. So, ooh, see, you gotta watch those little rocks. Make sure it's not wedged in there. I learned my lesson. So hopefully that happens to you guys. That's one of the first things you check. I should have checked that a little bit more thoroughly. I'm glad I kind of opened it up. So, I mean, it's still got plenty of power. Like, it's not wanting to slow down. And I've already, I mean, I took what? I stopped driving around like 4 or 5 minutes in the video, the second video, and I recognized it towards the end and it started driving immediately once I got the rock out. So this drive time I'd probably say is at least 20 minutes, at least. I'd honestly say it's probably at least 25 to 30 minutes. I'd say 20 to 30 minutes if I had to guess off the top of my head. I am gonna look it up for you guys and try to maybe put it in the description. I know I'm terrible at links and stuff. I need to get that going on with the description. Link my Facebook page for you guys so you guys can communicate. Link a couple other things for you guys, products where I get them at. I know that helps out a lot, but I typically just buy from Banggood, GearBest, or Amazon, or T-Mart. Those are only 4 places I shop at. I've never had issues where I bought something and didn't receive it or anything like that. It just depends on the speed you want it. Amazon typically is faster, and if you want it faster with Banggood, you have to pay more. So there's ups and downs with each one. Banggood stuff can be cheap. I guess it is Chinese, cheaper stuff. Uh-oh, that was a rock. You see how it quickly stopped? See, that was a rock again. I kind of don't like that because I want to bang on my gears. There don't seem to be really any damage. Just kind of get wedged in there. As long as you don't force it, I guess try going reverse and shaking it out without actually using the power of the vehicle to get it out. Let's see, top speed. About the same speed as before. So, and it's still kicking. This alarm's probably going to go off again. I'm not going to be out here and completely drain this battery the first time probably, but it's still got plenty of power. Can you imagine if you were racing how many laps you could run in a small course. Like you could race one battery, you can race, probably charge it while other folks are racing, or one battery can do 2 races probably. So it's still nice to get more than one battery. I am probably gonna get the stock ones. I don't see it needing more time than this. And then the classes might not even let you get like an advantage when it comes to the battery. So you're probably better off buying the stock battery that gives you this much time, get a couple of them, maybe 3 tops, and you can race in a lot of races and have an absolute blast. Let me get over a little bit more. Make sure I can't run it over. And obviously a parking lot probably would have been better, but I just happened to, you know, get that video done for you guys. Hopefully it loads. I'm not messing with it. I just hit upload and I'm leaving it alone in there. It's about, I'd say almost 30 minutes long or something, but it's a full detailed unboxing and first impressions, like showing you everything about it. So I recommend checking that video out. Hopefully it'll go up before this one. If not, once I get it figured out, it will be posted. Yeah. So fast and fun. I don't want to beat on this too much, like be really hard with it. That's why I'm kind of trying to run long straight lines. That way I'm not too hard on a tread. I do like this tread for asphalt, especially if it's outdoors. These tires would be better than those flat drifting tires, obviously. So you don't have to buy a set of tires to start racing. For asphalt racing, these tires, in my opinion, are perfect. Like if you were to go and like get into a corner and come out, look at that. And you can be fast. So these tires for asphalt are perfect. I don't know about indoor wood. I can see dust affecting their traction. Are probably better ones. But for outdoor, you know, if this is a track that there's pipes and they lay it outdoor on a parking lot for you guys, this tire and this setup is pretty good. Obviously you want to check the stiffness. Maybe when I hang a corner, one wheel needs to be stiffer so you can kind of go around and it kind of pop, almost jumps. Maybe it needs to be adjusted to your liking the way you race. Obviously you can adjust the stiffness with different clips, stuff like that, you know. Get us up to what you like. Some people put a little bit like 2 to 5 grams on the front of it for weight because it may need it. Like I've seen so many different setups, so you can really honestly set up any way you like. You know what I mean? Like some people, it just depends on your setup and how you race. I'm sure they're not going to count it against you if you add 5 grams right here for better balance, or you know, change the bearings. I don't think that really, like some higher end bearings, or you know what I mean, metal gears, I don't think that'll disqualify you. I think if you go with a brushless motor or something and no one else has brushes, obviously that's a disadvantage, but besides that, you're just doing suspension mods pretty much. As long as you're not changing the motor and the ESC and the battery pack, I think you could pretty much be good to go. You know, obviously check the rules out of your local raceway and see if they have this class. If not, inspire people. Talk about the 118 and 124 scale. It'd be fair if you raced against a Mini Z. You know, it's just a different company, different brand, but it's still 120, 128 scale. It's still fun. They're still fast. They're affordable. Obviously, once you start dropping, you know, anodized parts in it and stuff like that, get up there, but you get like a complete anodized upgrade kit. I forget how much it was. That'll make this thing look cool. You get unique bodies, paint them yourself. Let me feel that motor. Even with it being cool out here, like it's still pretty warm. Like a while ago, it was really hot. Look at that. And it's still got so much more juice. I'm really like cold because it's kind of nippy out here. And I've been running it around and it's just a really nice car. I love cars and I love drones. If I find a good car, good drone, I'm gonna let you know. Like if you can get a couple of your buddies to spend $46 to shipping, because you don't want to wait 3 weeks. You'll kind of almost forget about it. I think like 2.5, 3 weeks. You don't want to wait that long. For $4 more, you know, it's like 41 and some change. For a few more bucks, you spend 46 bucks on, at least at the time of this, when I bought mine. So that may be subject to change. You know, 46 bucks, boom, you get cars. Then you guys chip in on some pipes and then you're set to go. So let me check the hat cam. Yeah, it's getting ready to run out. Let me turn this off and then I'll restart the hat cam and I'll probably be wrapping up this video. Honestly, let me turn this off and turn the car off itself. It's flashing because it needs to be bound. So honestly, so this is not the initial thoughts no more. This is the first run. So honestly, 2 big thumbs up on the first run. I didn't, I gotta learn, kind of check out. Let me check these gears up close. No, really no damage whatsoever to the gears. They're in perfect condition. Just watch for rocks and debris that could quickly cripple a small vehicle like this. Make you think the battery went out. I've ran it that long and it still has plenty of juice. This little, I see why you really don't need more than 400 milliamps. You do not. Maybe, I think this is a 25C, maybe if you get like a 30C battery be nice or something, not too ridiculous, but I may just stick to the original 25C batteries this size. Because look how long I got off of 1 battery. You don't need more juice. Unless you're running brushless setup, you don't need it. I don't know if there's any brushless classes. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. There ain't, I haven't seen or heard of many other classes. Looking at the tire wear, see if I get a good angle. Honestly, you can see the outer edges getting wore a little bit. Like, with time, these would wear, definitely. I can see some of the outer edges kind of wearing already. So these tires are incredible for asphalt. I'm gonna keep these for if I race outside asphalt. And then I'm gonna start buying different compound tires and rims, because they're affordable. They're not unreasonable. If you buy the Mini Z brand, or not brands, but like ones designed for Mini Z, they're a little bit more. Maybe you could find some WLTOYS, like some blue rims or black rims for like $3 or $4, and then buy a couple different sets of tires. And then just, once you buy like 1 or 2 sets of rims, extra ones, like the complete sets, then you can try different tires, like softer compound, harder foam, solid. So let's see which ones are better for drifting. I do plan on drifting this car. That wouldn't really hurt it, drifting. It's not like I'm bashing it or anything. I just like to keep this car nice. I'm probably gonna end up ordering another one for sure. I'd like to get as many as I can, just to race. Even if there isn't a class, I'll make a class, I'll go up to Batavia Speedway, talk to them, maybe pay some money and get the, not start the class, but at least get the race and have some fun with my friends. So I'm sure if I look hard enough, they're somewhere around here. I live in the Cincinnati area. If you guys know, please, even if it's Cincinnati, Ohio, and Indiana, and Kentucky. Well, Ohio, Indiana, and Kentucky, in the tri-state area, I am total, not as long as it's not more than like an hour, maybe 2 tops. Maybe I can make like, like a weekend of it or whatever. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, I would love to meet and race and have fun with these. I'm not like the best racer or anything like that. I'm not gonna brag and tell you guys I'm gonna beat everybody, yada yada, but I think this would just be a lot of fun to get with a group of folks and run these. I think it would actually be incredible. So this 2.4 gigahertz, I think it has its own little whatever the, I don't know what the, in gigahertz you can get there. I'm hoping they made quite a few different numbers, so I don't know how many up to these you can have. But 2.4 gigahertz, typically the number, it's like a pretty long number, so it's really rare to get the same one, or I don't even know if they make the same one. So hopefully you can run multiple of these. I haven't really looked into it. I'm not too familiar with 2.4 gigahertz. I know it's just the bandwidth and the range and capabilities of it, not using crystals no more. Actually, I still have some crystal RC vehicles. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. It's not like I'm gonna stick with nothing but cars now. I love all RCs, so hopefully it's not too bad. I may try to fly if I have some time. It's still a little bit windy from time to time. It's like little rare gusts. Maybe I get a flight in today too as well, depending how much more time I have. I have to get some errands done and some stuff done, but besides that, I really had a lot of fun. Hopefully that video has uploaded for you guys and you guys can check that out. But if not, I'm sure there's other unboxing videos, but this thing is incredible. Now looking at the side of it, it looks like there's a clip for like a wire. Is that for the, I wonder if this is for this, because I was tucking it underneath there. I'm worried about it rubbing or catching on the axle. If I get it back out. Oops, I accidentally knocked that clip off. Hold on, I'm gonna set the hat right here. So what I'm trying to do is pull this Dean's connector out from underneath here. Come on. And I gotta move it down further. Well, first of all, I need this to be flat. Otherwise, it won't give it its room. There we go. Let me put this clip back in. I don't want to lose it because these are so small. So, I might have to pick this up, sorry, just to get this clip in. I smell dog poop. I pick up the dog poop in my yard. I think another neighboring dog or somebody pooped and I smell it. It's driving me crazy. Sorry. There we go. Put the clip in. So let's see if, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, that kind of works. I don't want to go on rubbing and hitting the shaft underneath there. That unclips and clips in really nicely. It tells you once you turn that off to unclip this. Always unclip that, so I guess it's a tip. I'm going to do that, obviously. Maybe it drains it or something I don't know about. Yeah, it's really no damage at all. If you just drive it on the street or something and just don't bash it, it's going to last a little while. I don't know how long, obviously, the brush motor is going to last or how much time. The brush motor is very, very cheap. It's a 130, I do believe. Banggood sells it. They sell the gear. They sell absolutely everything for this pretty much. So, all in all, I had an absolute blast. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this a little bit longer than I wanted to video. I'm going to try to look up some reviews on how long the drive time is. I kind of botched that. I may do it another time, you know, and kind of get a more specific time and then maybe try out, maybe find a couple of spare batteries. The one I found from Amazon, it was like a 2-pack for 17 bucks. That's a decent deal. I don't know what, I think there were 400s or 420s or something like that. I seen some 520s, 500s, a lot of different ones. So I want to get something that fits in here in this clip. I may just get the 400s. That way it doesn't cause any issues when I race. That's the way it's fair for everybody. Stock, you know, that thing they say stock ESC, stock battery, stock motor, you're good to go. You know, suspension modifications and stuff like that, it just affect the performance. It still could be a fair race. So, not the performance, but you know, the handling. So, I really enjoyed this, you guys. I went on a little bit longer than I wanted to because I was just so happy with it and really enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys did too. And that's pretty much it. So I guess I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.